Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream. My name is Tarina.
And I am Georgia.
So, thank you so
Georgia's
much, guys.
lifestyle, as we can see.
Yes, Georgia's lifestyle. And I tell you, this collab, this duo, it doesn't get any better than this. Yes,
Long
it doesn't get any
overdue.
better than it. So, thank you, everyone, for joining us. We are streaming live both on Facebook and on YouTube. So, we are streaming on Georgia's Lifestyle channel and also T.E.R Teachers Consultancy on YouTube. So, whichever platform, whichever channel you are watching us from, thank you so much for joining us.
Join
Thank
us.
you.
We look forward to having these live chats with you, where it's more interactive. Yes, so we don't have to miss your questions. Yes, it's always a pleasure having these live chats with you.
Yes, I really do enjoy them. I really do enjoy them. And I hope that we will have some of our subscribers too who are brave enough to join us on screen one of
On
these live
screen,
chats,
yes.
yes, and
So we
ask
can
their questions.
even put a face to the names. You'll be
Yes,
quite impressed to
definitely.
put a face to some of the names of those who have been following us for a long time, because we
Yes, I
really
would
do
love to.
appreciate you being with us from day one. Yes, so we'd love to match a face tonight, even one match a face with the name.
Yes, I would love that. So let's see, Georgia, if someone will pop on and keep
Mhm.
our company and ask some questions as we go through our discussion. So, as you can see from our post earlier, we will be discussing tonight what is the UAE doing, or how is the UAE ensuring that they hire skilled teachers, talented teachers in 2022. Okay, and this topic came up based on an article that we read a few weeks ago, right, Georgia?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, so we would like to just take our time and go through the article and share our opinions on the article and also to get our viewers' opinions as well.
And we thought that this article is quite fitting to discuss, to talk about, as a lot of you, of course, are seeking jobs in the UAE. And I know some of you have been saying we have been sending out CVs and we're not getting any response. So we're hoping tonight that discussing this topic would shed some light, as to why your CV is not being looked at, or, give you a better understanding of what you need to work on.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Let's take a minute, Georgia, before we move on
Mm-hmm.
to say hello to our viewers. So far, we have Yolanda's World. She said, "You know me." And we have Anita. Hi, Anita. Welcome, Vanessa. Are you seeing the comments, Georgia?
Yeah, I'm just trying to go to the comments from my phone to see. All right, yes, Yolanda's world. Oh, this Auntie Julie. This is my auntie. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, and Anita, Vanessa, Super Kids. Hi, Super Kids. I'm doing well. Trust you are doing well too. Fade, Bobby Shaw, Black Girl Titi. Hi,
Hi, Black Girl TT.
Moisha
Thank you for
Johnson.
joining. Yes, Moisha was on last night as well.
And Moisha is from my hometown, in Hayes.
Really?
Yes.
Moisha and I have been chatting for a while on Messenger.
Yeah.
Yes, we have been having a conversation on Messenger, and she was on my live last night as well.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining, guys. We really do appreciate it. Remember to click that like buttons
Like
on
button.
both
Yes, like the
channels.
button.
Yes, on both channels. Click the buttons on both channels. Subscribe if you have not yet done so. And tell a friend to come on over. Georgia and Tarina is on at the same
At the
time.
same time. Yes. So tonight promises to be
Yes,
interactive and
quite
informative.
interactive.
I
Yes.
hope. Yes. We love you too, Maisha.
Thank you, Moisha. Thank you so much. And I am going to share the article. that we will be discussing. And please, guys, feel free to drop your comments, share your opinions based on this article, okay? All right. And I hope you are seeing it on the screen.
Yeah, we're seeing the headline. The headline is here. So,
Okay. You're
so as
seeing
it
the
states, UAE head teachers speak of struggle, sorry, to recruit talent amid global teacher shortage.
okay. And this article was written by the National. That's one of the top, let me move up.
Newspaper, news
One of the,
media.
yes, newspaper in the UAE. It was published on April 15th, 2022. I am now on the article, Georgia. Are you
Yeah,
seeing when I'm moving?
yeah, we're seeing the article.
Okay, okay. So I'm just going to read the first few lines just to have a background for our discussions, okay? So schools in the UAE are having to deal with worldwide shortage of well-qualified teachers as ed teachers struggle to recruit talent. When schools advertise for a teaching position, they get hundreds of applications. But UAE principals say only a handful are qualified or match the criteria. The world was already going through a shortage of teachers before the pandemic, which exacerbated the situation. I hope I pronounced that word.
Yeah, exacerbated
Yes.
the situation.
Yes, the situation. So many teachers around the world have been quitting the profession due to burnout, work pressure, low wages, and extra duties because of unfilled vacancies. Unfilled vacancies. Okay, so that will be our backdrop for our discussion this evening. All right, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much. I'm seeing some new persons popping on. So, okay, Jordan, so what do you think about this headline, this article? Is there really a shortage of teachers here in the UAE? Are principals really struggling to find talented teachers?
There is, sorry, somewhat a shortage in a sense that, of course, at the start of the pandemic, lots of schools, everything was online. So of course, some kids actually stopped coming to school or joining online, not paying fees and all of that. So of course, if kids have stopped, attending schools for a while, of course, the school need financing. So of course, a lot of teachers lost their jobs during the pandemic because, I mean, everything was basically online,
Yes.
and those who didn't even lose their jobs, there were salary cuts and all of that. So with all of that, pandemic, persons been here for a number of years, and then the pandemic came and they couldn't travel home to see their families and so on. So the first chance that they got, even after realizing that the pandemic would have continued for such a long time, persons just packed up and went back home. So, of course, some schools struggled, having their full capacity of teachers. Hence, teachers had to be covering lessons and so on. So, yes, indeed, there has been teacher shortage. I mean, recruitment is always ongoing, as we would normally say here in the UAE. But of course, yes, the issue is here. The shortage is here.
Yes, I do agree with you as well, because it's not only here in the UAE, but it is a
A
worldwide.
global thing, yeah.
Yes, it's a global thing. And the pandemic, as you said, it just had more pressure to what we were facing as teachers, before. So we are just going to go a little further into the article, and we're just going to pick some key points from the article as well, okay? So are you seeing this page, Georgia, fully enough to read from
Uh,
it?
sure.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So
So,
you want to pick up from this ed teacher from Credence High School in Dubai?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Deepika Singh, the head teacher of Credence High School in Dubai, said there is a shortage of good teachers across the world, and that same shortage is what we feel here. It is not a teacher shortage, but when you're looking for well qualified teachers, there's a shortage. When I
Right.
advertise in the newspaper and on LinkedIn, I get so many resumes, but to get the best is a challenge. I will sometimes go over 400 to 500 resumes and then manage to shortlist maybe only five teachers and then bring them down to one or two.
Okay.
Can you imagine that?
Yes.
All right, so indeed, as this teacher from Credence said, or recruiter, the shortage is not that persons aren't applying, but persons
Yes.
aren't qualified for the job that they are applying for.
Yes.
So
They're not
I know
qualified
a lot of
enough.
times persons are applying, or you might send us message saying I have qualifications in XYZ, but does it match the job that you are applying for? And of
Yes.
course, we know what the requirements to teach in the UA is. The essential requirement, a bachelor's degree. So yes, you might have a degree, but do you have a bachelor's in education?
Right. Or do you have the experience to
Or the
back up that
experience,
qualification
right?
as well? Yes. And I
And
don't
if
think
not the
that
bachelor's, sorry, and if not the bachelor's degree, whatever is equivalent to it, do you
to
have
it,
it?
yes. Or like a
A
PCGE, do you
PGC
have that as well? And the experience
and
and I
the
don't think it's
experience.
only the qualifications like the degree and so forth that these ed teachers are looking for,
Mm-hmm.
because I would assume that if you're getting over 400 and 500 resumes, that you will definitely get teachers who have bachelor's degree in the area in which they want to teach. But in my opinion, I think that ed teachers are looking for more than just the
The
qualifications.
qualification.
Yes, the minimum qualifications. And if you go on some of the top recruitment web pages, you will see that some of them are asking for experience in different curriculums,
Mm-hmm.
experience as international teachers as well. I think they are looking for some soft skills. What knowledge do you have of some of the devices or the technical devices that are being used in
Mm-hmm.
schools, during or after the pandemic? Because safely we can say we are coming out of the pandemic, because we have gone back full pledge face
Face
to
to
face
face. Mhm.
teaching and learning here in the UAE. So I think that some teachers, after being online for such a long time, almost 2 years, we are going to face new challenges when we, take on this full pledged face to face learning as
And
well.
indeed, the landscape of teaching has changed since the
Mhm.
pandemic. I mean, the methods that we use. So, whilst your CV or your resume is showing the required qualification, but do you have the experience for the type of classrooms that we're having or the methodology that we are using now? Do you possess the skills? So, having the
Yes,
experience, yes. I
right.
mean, the qualification, yes, but do you have the experience teaching at the standard that we are doing now? Because like I said before, it's a whole new paradigm since the pandemic
Yes, it's the
has
pandemic.
started. How many of us possess the skills? How many of us were even before the pandemic afraid of technology,
Mm-hmm.
and we were thrust into it? So I mean, maybe they are recruiters or head teachers are now looking at CVs and, trying to see how many of us have done any further studies
Yes,
or
further
skills
studies. Yes,
with the pandemic.
yes.
Yeah.
What other
So,
certificates do we have?
hmm
What PDs have we done in the past um,
two
two to
years
three
or
months
so.
or 6 months, that will equip you or will push you over the edge or give you an edge in regards to another teacher. So these are some things that I believe that ed teachers are looking for. Not only the qualifications, not only the degree. I think they want more than the degree itself. Let us
And
just look to
as you rightly said, just know what will put you over the edge, what will give
yes,
you
give
the edge
you the
in
yes,
selecting you or, you know, shortlisting you. What do you have? What does the other person have that you don't have?
right.
I mean, maybe during the pandemic, you have certification for some Microsoft skills that you or certificates that you got. So it's quite competitive now in landing a job here.
Yes. All right, let's take a minute before we move on to just look at some of the comments in the section. Vanessa Kelly said that one recruiter told me he could not place me because my qualifications do not fit the requirements of the school he works with. I was devastated, but still kept trying and finally got an offer. Congratulations again,
Congrats,
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Congratulations. And I feel that, and it's understandable because we know that you are qualified in terms of having your degree, the minimum qualifications in terms of
Mhm.
paperwork. But at the end of the day, do we really possess all of these soft skills that they're looking for? You'll find that if there's a school, say one of these IB schools that are looking for teachers, and they might take a teacher that is already in the UAE or have experience in that curriculum over another teacher who coming from, say, let's say Jamaicans, because we are Jamaicans that are coming from Jamaica with over 15 years of experience. But at the end of
Mhm.
the day, that teacher does not have experience with the IB curriculum or experience with American curriculum, or even have experience using these new platforms that we are using right now. Right. So what does a teacher do when you get, a message like this that, Vanessa got? Yes, you'll feel bad, but at the end
You
of the
feel bad,
day,
but what are you gonna do? Move on to another one. This is where we say, don't give up, keep trying. So one
right,
turn you down, keep it moving, keep
yes,
applying, keep
right, keep
applying.
moving. All right, so let's just look. Do you want to take another comment before we go back to the article?
All right, Super Kids says, I want to do teaching job in Dubai as I am
Hmm.
already experienced and qualified and having all my degrees. And through your videos and some other effective content, I try to prepare for the interview as well. All right, very good, Super Kids. So we hope that you will find a job soon. And it's good that you're already here. So it shouldn't be hard and you have the required qualifications. So go ahead and apply and prepare yourself in the meantime for your interview. And I hope you have your documents attested already, Super Kids, so that if it is that you are ready for an immediate employment, should that arise, then you're up and ready. All
Yes.
right. Hi, Francine Lowe,
Hi, Francine. Thanks for joining.
Journeys of Faith. That's Allison. Hi, Allison. Welcome. And we
Thank you,
have
Alison.
Lucy. Lucy says, hi, ladies. Does the UAE accept a Bachelor's of Education, honors, or honors degree in education? Uh,
I
honors
think she's just
degree in
asking about
education.
that bachelor's degree, whether you have honors or not, right?
Honor, just a bachelor's degree.
Yes, bachelor's
Doesn't
degree
matter
you can.
what credit or score you got.
No, it doesn't. It
Hi,
doesn't.
Natalie. Natalie Thomas, this is my past co-worker in Jamaica. Hi.
Yes, greetings.
This is from
Thank you for
Bustamante. Hi.
joining. Yes, thank you
All
so much.
right. Thank you for joining. Want to take up the other one?
Okay, yes. Journeys of Faith is also saying, especially need Microsoft skills here was used to Google Classroom back home. Yes, definitely. We need to get our skills, these relevant skills, these soft skills that are needed. Sometimes back in the days we would put on our CVs that when you see skills that yes, you're a people person, you are flexible, um, good oral skill, good
Skills.
writing skill, leadership, whatever. But I think we now need to go on and put Microsoft skill. proficient with Microsoft Teams, proficient with Apple devices,
In the different
Google Suite,
platforms.
yes, Google Suite, Zoom, and all of that. And LinkedIn has a lot of free courses.
Hmm.
LinkedIn has a lot of free courses that persons can do, even to Excel, Microsoft Excel, and all of that. You can find those free courses on LinkedIn as well.
All right, guys. So thank you for all those who are here in the chat. Make sure you like the video, give the video a thumbs
Yes.
up. All right.
Yeah.
God's Mark is saying someone told me there are fake jobs in the UAE. Please, what red flags can we check out for? I think you have a video of that on your channel, Terina.
Yes, I have two videos on my channel all about looking out for red flags, fake advertisement, and so on. But before we move on, we can touch,
Yeah,
even though we
we
know
can touch on that.
because when we started this live, we definitely knew that we will have different questions, and we are
Hmm.
always willing to help and to answer your questions. So some of the red flags that you should look out for, and the main one that we always talk about, is that when you register with recruiters, when you apply with the recruiters, and there are some recruiting companies that will ask you for money. That's one of the main red flags here. Okay? Because recruiters get paid by the school. They are the ones who pay, the schools pay the recruiters. So when you register with a recruiter and they started asking you for money to process your documents, to set up interviews, ask you for money to process visas and all of that, that is a red flag. Okay, that is a red flag. There are some recruiters that will ask you, or recruiting companies that will ask for fees to do CVs and other things like that. That is different because they will charge you to use their template. But when they're going to ask you for money to register, to set up interviews, that is a red flag. Okay? We always encourage teachers to go on the school's website and do your, what should I say, your search there,
Your
apply for the
search.
job. Yes, do your search there. And most of the schools here in the UAE, once it's an official website, they will end with .ae.
.ae.
Yes. So you will know that it is an official site. Not saying that you will not find some with .com, but most of them. And if you find a school name, on the website or anywhere on the internet, you can always go to some legitimate websites such as those operated by even the Ministry of Education, ADEC, by the government, and you will see a list of schools,
All
list
the
of
schools in the
legitimate schools
UAE.
in the UAE, in Abu Dhabi, or in Dubai. You can narrow down your search. So these are some things that you look out for when you're applying for jobs in terms of, recruiters advertising fake jobs. You want to add
Another
something
thing
else?
to Serena, persons have messaged me to like with job offers, and they're asking I didn't, the offers, their salary, everything, but they never applied to this particular school. They never did any interview. Now, how can you be given an offer without doing an interview? You did not reach out to this
That's
recruitment company. You did not reach out to this recruiter. How is it that they're
exactly.
giving you an offer? You didn't do any interview, because the offer is given after you do an interview and you are successful. All right, so that's another, and this is happening quite frequently. Some
Yes.
really colorful offers with some high salaries seems
Yes.
unbelievable, but you never did an interview or you didn't apply to that school. So how is it so? So you have to, just like with scamming,
Mm-hmm.
and they call you and tell you you win this big prize and you didn't enter anything. I mean, that's something to look out for.
That's true. That's true. That's one of the major red flags. And if you're applying for a job, please, I know that some persons would like to keep certain things a secret, but try to find someone that you trust that you can share something with. They might have experience and they can tell you that no, this is not real. Okay? They might tell you something. And if you get an offer, try to take the time to read through the offer to make sure that it is legitimate. Okay?
Mhm.
And thank you again, everyone, for joining both on Facebook and on YouTube, Georgia's Lifestyle and Terry Teachers Consultancy. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Let's go back to the article and we'll pick up some more key points from the article. Okay. And this is Miss Singh, and Georgia was reading earlier. She said that because qualified teachers are few in number, they are sought after. She said good salaries, working culture, and support at work help attract talent. It's a challenge to find a good mathematics teacher. The reason is that we are not looking at the traditional way of teaching mathematics. The world has changed and teaching methodologies have to change. The teacher's skills seem to be outdated and they need to update these. Let us stop right here.
Yep.
Georgia,
And
you
of
mentioned
course,
something about
we
that
did.
earlier.
Yeah, we definitely did. So, I mean,
Yes.
having just mentioning in your skills that you are you're a team player,
Mm-hmm.
you have good communication skills. That alone won't suffice.
No, that
What
alone
what
won't
soft
suffice.
skills do you have that will equip you? And that is why you have to writing your CV, you have to make sure that your skill, your qualification matches the job that you are applying for.
Yes, you have to update those CVs. You have to
Yes.
update those CVs. And again, too, what will make you stand out, in my opinion, that when you're writing, you know that you're saying, okay, I taught at ABC High School as a mathematics teacher for so and so on. And then when you list those
Your
job
roles and
outside the roles, and
responsibilities.
yes, I think that is where you need to spice it up. That is where you need to
Mhm.
update your thing. Not that you are not qualified because you have experience from this school as well, but what are some of the strategies that you use to teach math or English or science? You have to look back on your CV and say, are these skills outdated? you know are these skills what they're looking for in 2022? And if you wrote that CV 5, 6 years ago, come on, definitely, definitely, that is not the skill that you are looking for right now.
I mean, as a math teacher, you probably can't have the same skills that an English language teacher would write. What's
Yes,
yeah, what skills do you possess that will cause your I mean your kids to be well mathematically inclined then? All right, so it's not like I said before, everything has changed. So it's not about listing now that is a
mm-hmm.
team player, oral communication skills, good and all of that. You have to
Exactly.
have some what would you say statistics.
Yes, man, you have to have some of the strategies that are being used now. And as the ed teacher said in the article, methodologies have changed and we have to change the way we teach. And if the way we teach, we are changing that, we need to change the CV as well. Because your CV is what is going to sell you. That's the
Yep.
first impression. That's the first thing they see is your CV. And if you and as I mentioned earlier, if you had this CV from 20, say 2016, 2017, 2018, even 2019, man, you need to change it. You
I
need to
mean,
change that.
I mean, when
Yes.
I after I finished my first contract when I came here, every interview I went after that, I was asked the question, what have you done any studies since being here? What's the last certificate you got? Um, are there any books? What's the latest book you read?
Mhm.
I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, was related. Like I was literally asked that question at every interview. So I mean, like for me who left college long time ago, if I present a CV now with nothing done since that time, they're like, okay, has she learned anything? Has she what's the word? How have I
Updated. Are you a
improved
progressive? Are you a
myself?
lifelong
Yes,
learner?
yes.
And that speaks a lot about you.
Mm-hmm.
There are many certificates that I've done after I did my master's degree, because I am a lifelong learner. Trust me, I don't like to be stagnant in anything that I do. So if I'm on Facebook and I see some institution advertising
Yeah.
TEFL certificate and it's at a reasonable price, I am going to
Mm-hmm.
register for that TEFL certificate. You know, I am because I am primary trained. I specialize in
Mm-hmm.
reading and literacy. I will look for certificates in that area.
Mm-hmm.
I've done courses in special education, in autism, in behavioral management, because I know that it will look good on my resume. Those
Yep.
are accessories. That's like a fancy boot and shoes and
Mm-hmm.
to the resume when you have these added certificates, not only the
Certificates.
degree and the masters. Yes, not only that, guys. You know, and you mentioned earlier about they're asking you about what's the latest book you've read.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even putting that on our CVs as well. What is your interest? I did a template the other day, and it was asking for my hobbies, and I had to narrow it down so it matches
The
my
job you are applying. Mm-hmm.
yes. So journaling, researching, reading novels, things like that. I had to put it on on the template as well. So, as Vanessa is saying, updating our CV is, very important. Thank you so much, guys, for your contribution so far. Thank you for joining us. Please feel free to drop your comments, your question. Thank you for joining, Inez. Thank you so much, Kamala. Inez and I have been talking earlier. She's such an inspiration and a motivation. She's always trying,
Yeah.
always trying. That's what I love about her. We can't give up. We can't give up, in this pursuit of excellence,
We
to
can't.
achieve. We can't give up. All right. So,
And as I always say, each one reach one.
yes,
And if we can, and this is like we are reaching others now, and of course we learn from you too, because sometimes you are trying to get jobs here, so you are reading too, so you are even passing back information to us. So I mean,
yes.
each one reach one.
Definitely, definitely, because there are times when persons ask me questions, and based on that question, they pushes me or encourages me to go and
You go
research,
and research
find
it.
an
So
answer.
true.
And not only help them, but I help myself as well because I didn't know, so I had to go and get that
Information.
information
Mhm.
to relay back. So yes, we definitely help each other. So let's just take another quick glance at the article. Uh, Let me put it on the screen. Okay. And with StreamYard, it will delay a few seconds.
I'm actually seeing it, so
You are seeing it?
yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Continue, please, Georgia, from this topic right here.
All right, higher salaries for teachers with local experience. Shiny Davison, director of Learning Gulf Model School in Dubai, said the school has seen a big rise in enrollment this year. Close to 1,000 new pupils have joined since January, which has led to a requirement for 42 new teachers. Ms. Davison said the school had looked to hire teachers who had completed their bachelor's in education and had relevant UAE experience, but had to recruit newcomers. She said that during the pandemic, many teachers had lost their jobs or moved out of the country. Now, there is a shortage of teachers in the country with UAE experience and a bachelor's degree in education. The only option is to recruit newcomers, said Miss Davison.
Okay, and here's a picture of Miss Davis. We're just sharing an article and sharing our opinion as well and taking your opinion. So thank you so much, guys. Yes, Georgia. Let me
Yes,
remove this.
so as mentioned here in the article, of course, and we have just have to be understanding and understanding in this matter, where I often ask the question when employers would say we need people with experience, and I often say if you don't give a newcomer the experience,
Yes,
how will they ever have experience? And we ask
experience.
ourselves that all the time. If you don't employ me, how will I ever have experience? But the truth is, and something we can't do anything about. Um, if a recruiter or a head teacher sees a resume with someone who already has UAE experience, of course they're going to choose that person.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, like we always say, they will not always find who they are looking for. So eventually they're going to take newcomers. And
Yes.
because recruitment is always ongoing, there's never any cutoff date for recruitment in the UAE. So they're always looking and they will not always find who they're looking for. So that's why we often say, fix up your CV and
You
just keep on
keep it
applying.
on the
And
test.
sometimes your
Fine.
CV, you might have applied to this website or school a long, long time ago, and your CV get lost in file 30 or whatever. Send it again.
Yes.
Try
Send it,
again. It will
definitely.
come
Send
out
it
after the
again.
time. Yeah, send
Yes.
it again. But indeed, teachers left during the year for quite a number of reasons. Contract finish in the middle of the year or family emergencies, and they just have to quit and so on. So they will eventually just take who is available.
Yes. And
Mm.
when you mention, not giving new teachers a chance, I really agree with you because if I graduated from Teachers College in what's that, 2013, and you have been out of college, Teachers College a few years earlier than that, and
Mm.
teachers who are coming out of college right now, I think they are exposed to all these new methodologies. I
Sure.
think you have all these new strategies and new knowledge. Just give them a chance. They have
Hmm.
to start
They have
somewhere.
to start somewhere.
Yes, they have to
So
start
true.
somewhere. But as you said, there's nothing we can do about that as well. It's
Yeah.
just who the recruiters are looking for, who the principals are looking for. Just let's take a minute and look at some of these comments. Novelette is saying, I appreciate this session. Thank you. Yeah, man, Jamaica to the world. Thank you so much for joining. RB Matthews, researching the latest teaching strategies help. Protect project-based learning, differentiation, scaffolding, and gamification are some of the strategies that they want to know you are able to do. Thank you so much for sharing
Right.
that.
So yeah,
Well said, RB Matthews.
Barbie
Well
Matthews.
said. Yes, and Vanessa is saying exactly. Well said.
Barbie
Cassandra,
Matthews is happy faces.
no,
Because I know
Marilyn,
that
no.
Marilyn is happy faces, but I
Yes,
know that
Marilyn
RB
is happy
is.
faces.
Oh, okay.
And I want to know if RB is coming to the UAE. We have been chatting for a while, so I'm hoping that
That's
she
why the
will.
name is. I'm like, I'm no RB.
I
RB
think you have
Matthews.
you have
You know
connected
that
with
name,
her
right?
before. I've, I've,
Yeah.
I've been talking with her online on Messenger for a while now. Thank you everyone for joining. If we missed anybody, thank you so much. Cassandra Salman, thank you so much
Cassandra.
for joining. She said, I have been a teacher in the UAE for 5 years now. My husband is also a teacher here. Congrats. Thank you for
All
sharing
right.
that.
So if 5 years catch you here, then means that there's something going on here.
Yes, and we're on our fifth year,
We're
right,
on our
Georgia?
fifth year. I told myself when I came here 5 years and I'm going back home. And I mean, 5 years is
Uh,
not here. So
yes. Time flies so fast. Thank you, Faye. Thank you for joining. And Black Girl TT shouting out to Cassandra as well. Thank you so much, guys. We do appreciate the support. And
Hmm.
please remember to subscribe, like, and to share. Okay? Thank you so much. And guys, if you are loving this session, please let us know so we can do some more of them. You know, Georgia and I have some things in the pipeline. So let us know if you enjoy these collabs. Okay? All right, so let's look at the article another time to see if we can pick up something else in there to help someone to prepare for their next interview. Okay, so the school that mentioned earlier, the school has recruited 42 new teachers, many of whom are new to the system. So this school has, actually employed a lot of new teachers to get um, teachers with experience. Miss Davidson said they are willing to offer slightly. Oh my God, that word slightly. Am I
Hmm.
sharing this? Am I sharing the article?
Oh, sure.
You've
Yes.
seen it. Okay. Slightly. That word slightly right there is not so encouraging, I swear. But
I
we'll
mean,
take
but
slightly over
higher.
nothing.
But I mean, the word higher suffice. So
Yes,
slightly
slightly
higher.
higher salaries. Okay. So of the 42 new teachers that they recruited, there were just 6 or 7 of whom I had to increase the salary a little because we valued their experience. Okay. When you have experience, and we have mentioned this a lot of times on our different channels, and I know Black Girl TT, I've mentioned this as well. When it comes to experience, your experience is valued here in the UAE. Your salary is determined, um, it determines your salary as well. It's not the sole factor, but it determines your salary as well. It contributes to your salary. So there is a big deficit of good mathematics teachers. So you can find teachers to teach English and social studies, but when you take 100 resumes, you rarely find a CV for a mathematics teacher. Let's stop here
It's
for a
interesting.
while. Very interesting, very interesting, very interesting, And
And I mean, persons are
Blackbird,
out there looking jobs. I'm sure.
yes,
I've seen teachers, math teachers messaging me about finding vacancies. So I'm sure there are math teachers there looking for jobs.
yes, I believe that too. And I made a video recently about a math teacher, lots of math teacher positions,
Mm.
lots of math teacher positions for August 2022. Lots of positions out there. But they said there's a shortage, for math teachers. And
And
I think
again,
this is everywhere. Math and science teachers really.
the shortage might be again that persons are applying for the position, but not with the required
Skills
qualification or skills.
are
So
skills, qualifications are skills
once
that
again.
they're looking for. And as I said, the resume, she said out of all of that 400 resume, you rarely find any for math. So we go back to saying, fix that resume, spend the time to fix your resume. And if it means that you have to pay to get your resume done, go ahead and pay. That's an investment, not only in yourself, in your future, in your family's future. It might give you the edge over another teacher. You
And I
understand?
mean, the CV builder, it is quite helpful.
Very
And it's not,
helpful.
it's not expensive, and all you need to do is just fill in the information, and the what you call it, it just automatically
Yes, it
organizes
generates
it
it
for you.
generates
Yeah.
the sentences or the phrases to match, the title
Mhm.
that you put in. So it's not hard, but it will cost you a little, but it's not expensive. It's not expensive. I know CV builders out there that are very reasonable,
Mm.
and once you pay that, you can get a lot of different templates that you can use again. So you don't have to really stick to that one template. You can fashion it and change the color, change the picture, change all of that. And Georgia, you put a video out today about CV.
Yeah, I did.
CV building and all of that. I haven't watched it as yet, but I saw it came up. I was busy today, but I'll definitely go back and watch it. So guys, please go on Georgia's Lifestyle channel and watch that video. She just put a video out on updating your CV, getting your CV in front of the right person. I did a video a few months ago on that. I know Black Girl TT did one as well. You see, there's so much information out there, guys. We're just trying to
What?
what Black Girl TT
Okay.
started to track
Black girl TT, if that's the
going
case,
forward.
I need to start collecting to do some CVs. What?
No, Georgia,
100 US
seriously.
dollars.
Seriously, that is why I don't take CVs in unless I'm going to charge for that.
I need
And
to
I
start
think
charging then.
Black Girl
100
TT,
US
you're
dollars.
serious? Black Girl TT, you want to join the live? What are you saying?
Interesting. Yes, she needs to come on.
Let me put the link in the chat.
What?
No, sir.
100 US dollars. This
Let me
person is
say
for one CV. This person is making being rich from writing one CV.
100 US dollars.
Wow.
Come on, Jordan, we need to do business.
I need to start a business in writing CV.
So so Black Girl TT. Yes. Not let me say you pay that. CV. No, me have to laugh. Playing game?
Playing
Oh, you're
game.
playing game. Okay.
No,
Multitasking.
no, she's playing a game.
Yeah,
But
she's
she's
playing a
serious
game.
about the 100. Oh, three. No, man. 3 years ago. So I wonder how much that person is charging now. 100 US
So
3 years ago.
I must say
Hmm.
300.
Wow.
OMG, OMG. Oh my word, guys. Uh, so guys, the link is there
Yes.
for the live stream. If you want to join, you can just click on the link and you can join us on screen. You don't have to turn your cameras on. If you have a question, you want to participate in this discussion, go ahead, especially our teachers who are online and
Yes, we would
you
like to
have,
talk to
you have
Cassandra too, and Cassandra is here. So Cassandra, I'm
yes.
sure you have some experiences can share with our viewers.
Yes. So you can definitely join, click on the link and join us up here. We would love to hear from you. We love to hear from you. All right. So, all right, we're just gonna share the article one more time to see if we missed anything, and we will just close off with the article. All right, and then we will just take some questions from our friends online. Let me see. Can you pick
Hmm.
up from here, Georgia?
All right. Teachers drawn to schools that will treat them well. This week, a survey of 1,788 teachers in the UK by the National Education Union found that nearly half said they would leave the profession by 2027, while 1 in 5 said they would quit within the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Sorka J. Coyle, a career coach and founder of Empowering Expat Teachers, a community for those looking to work abroad, said, if you look at the UK, 30% of teachers leave the profession within 5 years, and the majority of teachers come to the UAE from the UK. The
That's true.
situation, yeah, the situation is similar in the US. Naturally, it's going to have an impact as there is no surplus of teachers to come abroad. So that's definitely going to have a huge impact. She said teachers chose schools that offered better salaries and packages and where they were treated better.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. Let's talk a while.
All
That's
right.
that's true. Teachers want want to go to schools that treat them better. And we
Well.
can't deny the benefits. We can't deny the benefits that we get as teachers. And another thing too, Georgia, that I consider treating a teacher well is not only the benefits, but the community at the school,
Mm-hmm.
the school culture, the relationship that we have as teachers, teacher with teacher, our management, and so on. I think that should play a part, when they're talking about treating teachers.
Treating teacher well.
Yes, yes, I think,
Yes, because I mean, whilst you are getting the benefits that you signed up for, you don't want to be going to work and you feel like you're in a box, you're just there in your classroom. You want to feel like you are valued, you are welcomed. So, I
yes,
mean, yeah, persons, if they're in a school and they're not feeling that warmth, that camaraderie, then eventually they're probably even going to get burnout too and go, because burnout can also be mental,
yes,
so
that's true. Not only
it's
physical.
not only
Um,
physical.
I can share an experience. When I just came here to the UAE, I was working at this international school, and it was a small school when compared to the one that I'm working at now. And admin would pass by your class and leave a little, these small
Token
snicker.
or note.
Yes, little chocolate, a little sticky note, and you're amazing. Have a fabulous day, and we value you with a little smiley face or a little sticker on it. Those are the little things because when you see it, it's simple, but it puts a smile on your face.
Yes,
Yes, it puts a smile
indeed.
on your face when you see it. That meant that they're really thinking about you,
Thinking
and
about you.
yes, whoever wrote the note took the time to do it and to pass by each class, leave a little chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Even in our, I don't know if you have it at your school, we call it pigeonhole, the little cubbies, and
Mm-hmm.
it's usually near to the admin or the printing room that you can, if they have a little mail or something for you, they'll put it in that little cubicle with your name on it. It's like
Mm-hmm. Okay.
thing with shelf, yes. And sometimes you go there and you'll find a little snicker, a little
Mm-hmm.
chocolate in
Okay,
that
it's
little
good.
yes, in your cubby hole, especially
Mm.
on a Thursday. Back then we were working from Sunday to
To
Thursday, and these are
Thursday.
the things that help. And
Mm.
when they talk about salaries and benefits, especially when you know that a teacher like myself have family, I have a family and
Mm.
I can't get a package for myself and my family. I can't get a family friendly package. That is really important to me. And if you care about your teachers and if you value teachers, those are some of the things that this teacher have so and so family. Let me try and see
Yeah.
if I instead of a two-bedroom, let me see if I can find a three-bedroom, or let's negotiate on the tuition amount, things like that. I
Mm.
think schools need to look into when they talk about caring for teachers. All right, guys, remember, drop your comments if you we are missing some comments here. Please drop your comments in the comments section.
Yeah,
And
and Vanessa is telling them, remember to like the video. Yes, go ahead and
yes,
give a thumbs up on each of
yes,
the
thumbs
platforms.
up. Yes, give a thumbs up, guys. We really do appreciate it. Both on Georgia's Lifestyle and Terry Teachers here on Facebook and on YouTube. We are going global, guys. We are definitely going global. I can't pronounce this name.
All right, this is Purnima.
Her-
That's the one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go
She's
ahead. Read that.
asking,
Yes.
is PH high is PhD eligible for teaching in the UAE schools without Bachelor of Education?
I think that is more than qualified. That is definitely more than qualified. You know, because you have when once you have a PhD, that means that you did a bachelor's, you did a master's, and now you're at a third degree. So you're more than qualified. You're more than
And then
qualified.
again, also depends on the PhD in what area,
In what area,
because yeah, that is important depending on the area you did it in,
Yes.
because not every area will allow you to be a classroom or homeroom teacher.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It won't. And then if you have a PhD, you can look into teaching at the universities or the colleges. Yes, you can think about, managerial positions as well. Not only a homeroom teacher, not only a classroom teacher. Think about applying for jobs in the universities. Um, yes, PhD in artificial intelligence.
All right, so that's definitely university
Yes,
or college
qualification right there.
qualification. Mm.
Yes, so I think that you should be looking at that level to teach in the universities, and there are so many universities here. The other day I was looking at a university in Abu Dhabi, and when I go to their career section, let me tell you, Georgia, more than 20 vacancies were there, more than 20 lecturing vacancies there. So if you have a PhD, please do not look for a job at the primary or the high school level.
No,
Go into the
it's not going to
university.
be
Try
beneficial.
to get try to get a managerial position. Be a principal or something like that. Don't sell yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. Okay. Thank you very much. Many love from Nigeria. Thank you so much.
God's mark.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We
He
really
has a
do
YouTube channel,
appreciate it.
God's mark YouTube channel. Okay.
Really, we have to write
So
that
you need
down,
to check
Georgia.
out God's mark YouTube channel.
Yes, yes. And guys, please check out the channel as well and support, guys. Support everyone. We do appreciate it. Multitasking. Let me see. I'm just gonna go up and see if I missed anything. And this article that we were reading from, you can go on the national.com and you will find this article. Okay, go on the national.com and you will find this article. It's a very interesting piece that I think you should, yes, www.thenationalnews.com, and you will find this article and take the time to read it. See what the ed teachers are looking for here in the UAE, update those CVs, and just keep applying. All right. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Um,
Lucy, for
yes, thank
joining
you
all the
so
way
much.
from South Africa.
Thank you, Lucy. We
And
appreciate
your
it.
country is one of the country where they employ lots of teachers from.
Yes, yes,
South
South African teachers are
Africa.
in demand
Mhm.
here in the UAE.
Yes.
Yes,
Truth
South
is, there are
Africa
some schools that specifically split
asks
the
for.
nationality
Yes,
that they
yes,
want to
yes.
employ. And of course, South Africa is among the list.
Yes, South Africa is among the list. Sought after. Yes,
Yes, sought after.
sought after. Yes. That's why, trust me, not every nationality, it's unfortunate, but we have to be honest based on what we see when we go on some of the websites. But I thank God that we have this opportunity to to be working in this country, to be achieving the things that we are achieving, both personally and professionally, because a lot of persons are not able to do so. So we don't take this for granted at all. We
I
don't take
mean,
it for
lots of Jamaicans are here and have never seen a job advert asking for Jamaican teachers.
no.
Yeah, never. Or
Never.
asking for teachers from the Caribbean. But that doesn't
No,
deter us. Even when we see
no.
it's asking for specific nationalities, we're still sending out those
We're
CVs. We are
still
not
sending all
making
the
that
CVs.
deter us. No,
Once
to
I
us.
can click, once they say upload and it can upload, I
Yes,
am uploading it. And I'll upload it more
definitely.
than once. Yes, I will upload it more than once. And Georgia, you mentioned earlier too that if you're applying for a school and you applied last year, if not last year, last month,
Mm-hmm.
in April or in March, now it's May, apply again.
Apply again.
Worse if it's a school that you really want to teach
Want
at.
to go.
Listen, me
Because
man, let them
for
tired
some
to
reason
pay
or
attention.
another, they might just have scrolled over if it was via email through HR, or they perhaps might just have scrolled over it and didn't. So send it again.
Yes, send it
Just be
again.
persistent.
Send
Mm-hmm.
it again. Even with us, when you go into your email, especially my work email, sometimes when I go in
Yeah.
my work, I can't even. I said, "Oh, did I miss this email? When did they send me
Mm-hmm.
this email?" So,
Yeah.
yes, so keep sending those emails
Yeah,
out, okay?
definitely.
Thank you. So Lucy is saying, I will also be joining you guys there in the UAE, possibly next year. I'm already looking forward to it. Can't wait to meet you, Lucy. Let us
Same
know when you
here. Looking
arrive.
forward to
Can't
meeting
wait.
you.
Hi, cousin, my cousin Patricia. How are you? My beautiful cousin from Maryland. Love you too, darling, and thank you so much for joining. She's joining us on you Facebook. Thank you
Mm.
so much, cuz. Say hi to everyone for me. Thank you for joining. All right, let me see. Jody, you want us to go? Are we finished with the article?
Is it finished? Like, can I have a quick look back at it?
Quick look. All right, let me just share again. Let me just share again, and we will go. All right, so they're talking about. Let me go down to the. Okay, this is quite interesting. So this teacher, Jeff Evans, is a teacher at Global English School in Al Ain. And Al Ain is a part of Abu Dhabi. But because Al Ain is so big, sometimes when people talk about it, they separate Al Ain. But Al Ain is found in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, okay?
Mhm.
So it's saying that they are having a little challenge to get teachers to teach in a lane. So, guys, if you see the Elaine schools, please apply for those schools. They have challenge
Yes, and it's
finding
not a
teachers.
different. It's not a different Emirates as a lot of persons think. Again,
No,
it's right here in Abu Dhabi.
yes, and
Lush,
it
green, beautiful
green.
city
It's like
here in
an
Abu Dhabi.
oasis. It's an oasis, right? And Alain is the home of the founding father, Sheikh Zayed, of the UAE. Trust me. So Alain is one of the most beautiful places when you talk about finding that authentic, natural feeling of the UAE. Alain is the place to be. So guys, please look out for those schools that are in Alain. So certainly in the last 2 years, there has been, restrictions with traveling and all of that. So he is saying that recruiting mid-year was very difficult, and schools started hiring as early as December or January for the next academic year. Okay. So in terms of subject shortages, it's always been science and math. And here we go again. If you know a math teacher or a science teacher, tell them to keep sending out those CVs. Okay, there is definitely a shortage. And even in Jamaica, too, I know that some of the teacher colleges, the government will fully fund
Mm,
your studies at the teacher colleges if you're studying science and math. I know that happens at Church's Teachers College and also at Shortwood. Okay. So that becomes more of a challenge, definitely in the last 2 years. But I think this year, things are starting to open up a little bit as the restrictions and the travel limitations are lifted. It will become easier. Okay, it will become easier. And he's talking about finding teachers not only here in the UAE, but teachers to travel in. So
yeah.
international teachers. Okay. And as we said earlier, you can find this article on the nationalnews.com. It was posted on April 17, 2022. So you can go and find this article and do your own reading. We always say, do your own research. Don't just take our words for it because we like to talk. No,
Mhm.
man, do your own research. Get your pen and paper and write down this information. All right. Thank you, cuz I'm doing great, cuz I will let everyone know you send your love. Much appreciated, my darling. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. So there you have it, guys. There are there's a challenge for that ed teachers are facing here in the UAE. It's not just our opinion, but it's based on the article that we shared with you.
Mhm.
And I don't think it only depends, as we said earlier, about the qualifications in terms of
Mm-mm.
having a bachelor's degree in the specified area or a master's degree. But you have to think about the other skills,
The
as
skills.
yes, the other skills. And as Miss Matthews mentioned earlier, you have to look at doing your own research to see what teaching strategies are being used now, such as differentiation. And that's a question that you will always be asked.
Definitely.
And
Differentiation,
you,
inclusion.
yes, all of that. How would you differentiate a lesson? What does differentiation means to you? You will definitely have to look into that. And I always think, for me, just a little thing that I use to help me to understand differentiation is that, if we are going to, if I have some apples, right? And I have four children. Okay, I may have one child who likes to eat the apple just as it is. Another one will love apple juice. Another one might love apple pie, you know. Another one might love the apples, cut in slices or apple tarts. But at the end of the day, everyone is going to be, having apple, but in another form. So you as a teacher have to realize that what differentiation means to you and how you want to share, how you are going to deliver a lesson on a differentiated level. So ed
And as you
teachers,
say, deliver a lesson, Terina. I found that some persons think that differentiation means giving the different ability levels a different worksheet.
not
I was
no,
shocked when I found out that some persons actually think that that's differentiation. Just
not
handing
just
out, okay, you are a student, so you get this worksheet. You are a B student, so
get a
you
more
get this
challenging.
worksheet.
No. So what about me
Mhm.
that love to play games?
You are who are a visual learner or an auditory
Yes,
learner, or yeah.
yes, that's true. That's true.
Hmm.
That's true. Differentiation is, different
Yeah.
levels. But at the end of the day, everyone will be doing the same concept, but in
Hmm.
different ways. You can
Yeah.
create a short, all right, say you're teaching math. You can use the interactive whiteboard that they can click and drag.
Mhm.
Those are the tactile ones that to move things around.
Yeah.
You can give another group a little game to play. Another group might have some counters because you know that they
Mhm.
need the concrete objects to manipulate as well. So we need to do research in that area.
In that area. And like we said before, that's a short question to be asked in the interview. What are your
Yes.
views on differentiation? How do you carry out differentiation in your class?
Mm-hmm. I think
So
we should do a collab on that.
yeah, we
Some
definitely
of the
can.
different yes, preparing for interviews and so on, and classroom management strategies as well. What
Mm-hmm.
strategies would you use to teach a specific topic? And that is why the ed teacher is saying um, that some of the CVs are not, they are not up to date. Some of the CVs are not up to
They're not
date, and
up
it
to date.
no, and it is based on the skills that are mentioned there. The teacher's ability to deliver a lesson, and the funny thing too, if we are unable to fix that CV, to fix that resume, to sell ourselves from the get go, it is going to be very hard. It
And
is
like
going
I
to.
always say, this CV, I'm always saying this CV is what the recruiter sees, or the head teacher, whoever is recruiting. It's a CV they see before they see you. It's not like you get a chance to speak to them and to explain your CV to them. No,
Yes.
you don't get a chance. So that means you have to make sure that it is up to standard.
Yes, yes,
I
that
was
is
even
true.
reading recently too, and I was seeing where you can also list special awards that
Mm-hmm.
you were given that would also equip you for the job too. Um, where you list your experience and so on. If it is that you got a hype, let's say you are applying as a math teacher and you were able to, over for past 2 3 years or so, your CXC group of 100 passes in CXC and so on. Those are things that you list on your CV.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. And if it was math week and your class won some
Hmm.
competition or something like that, and even as a teacher, if you were able to present or to what's this? To present a PD for your colleagues in a
Hmm.
certain area, that will look good on your CV as well. That will
As
look good on
long
your
as it,
CV.
it will match what you're applying for, and it shows them that you are knowledgeable or you have the required skills and so on. You're proficient
Yes,
in whatever you do.
yes. And sometimes, we are in those PD sessions and professional development sessions, and you're like, but guess what? They'll definitely look good on your
Your CV.
CV. Yes, they definitely look good on your CV. And, I was asked this question before when I was doing an interview. What was the last PD you did? And how did
Mm-hmm.
you implement that in your classroom? That was one of the
That
questions
was
that were asked me. Yes. So these professional development, even though sometimes they happen after school and you're tired, you want to go
Mm-hmm.
home, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, put those on your CVs as well. Put them on your CV.
Mm-hmm.
Try to put the thing so pretty that, listen to me, when they see it, they have to stop
If
and
they
say,
see 100 and they're gonna choose five, yours
yes.
is among the five.
Yes, you are in the five, definitely, definitely. All right. So this evening's discussion is the first of many, that you will see. Myself and Georgia, we will come together. We'll think of, based on the comments that we get, Georgia, the requests that we get from our
Mm-hmm.
supporters, our subscribers. Um, we will definitely create some more
Some more
sessions.
than that, yeah.
Yes, that we can interact with you guys and provide information for you, because as we said many times before, YouTube was one of our main
Or
go-to
go to. Mm-hmm.
place when we were looking for jobs here in the UAE. And so what we are doing now is what someone did for us,
For
5
us.
years ago. Yes, definitely, definitely. All right, so we're going to wrap up. Any last words, Georgia?
Uh, I think you said it all though, but I mean, we are here, as Terina said, giving our support. And you can reach us at any time. Even after this live ends, you can drop
Yes.
your comments in the comment section, or you can send us a message on our Facebook page. We'll be sure to answer your questions. And your questions might have nothing to do with the topic being discussed tonight, but you have another question on something else. Feel free to drop your questions in the comment section. And as we continue to say, each one reach one. So
Yes.
make sure that you have thumbs up the video on both
Yes, man.
platforms.
Yes.
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 And if
Yes.
you're here
Yes.
watching from my page and you haven't subscribed to T.E.R Teacher Consultancy, go over there and click that subscribe button. And if you're here on my
Yes.
page, I know I have some silent viewers too. Yes,
Yes.
make sure you like, give the video a thumbs up, and you also subscribe and help us sister, help our brother to share the videos out and let it
Yes.
reach someone. All
Okay.
right.
Perfect.
As
Thank
we
you.
often say, we are not recruiters. We are not
No,
affiliated with any of the companies you hear us mention. We're
mention.
just
No, we're
here
not.
sharing our experience to help you.
Yes. As we said earlier, we found value in other person's channels when we were looking for jobs. So if someone did it for us, we want to do it for you as well. And it's always good when you can associate with the persons that you're talking to. you
Mm-hmm.
know we are not discriminating anyone, but worse if you are a Jamaican or you're black, you can see these girls, oh, they look like me, and they're teaching in the
Mm-hmm.
UAE. I can teach in the UAE as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some of the things that I valued when I was looking for a job. I remember this teacher in Kuwait. She was a black American, and when I saw her, I'm like, she looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out to her, and she didn't know me, and she accepted my messages. We started talking, and here I am. So, I'm happy that we are reaching people. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Sister Izzy. Thank you so much for
Oh
joining
yeah,
us
thank
in
you, dear
Florida.
sis.
Thank you. And Tito, the educator, thank you
Mm-hmm.
so much for joining. Tito, we would love to hear from you. We'd love to have you on our channel as well in one of these discussion. And Black Girl TT, we'll plan something. I hope you will be available as well.
Yeah.
You can reach more. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope we did not miss anyone's comment uh, earlier. Ricardo, thank you so much, Ricardo. Thank you for joining us.
And
Kimoya, is this
Bertina,
Kimoya?
Christ chosen Hibert is here. Hi,
Martina,
Bertina. Welcome.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Oh, I missed so much.
Did we?
Did we?
No, we haven't missed
Yes.
any.
Oh, thank you so much, Bertina, my beautiful sister, all the way there in Canada. I miss you, Bertina.
Canada.
Yes, I miss her.
Thank you
She's
for
such a
joining,
sweet
Bertina.
girl. Ah, I hope we can reunite one day. Thank you so much, Ricardo. Thank you, Kimoya. Thank you, my cousin Patricia. I'm just going up, Lucy.
Sis
Thank you
Izzy.
so
Did you
much.
mention Sis Izzy?
Izzy. Yes, Sister
And
Izzy.
of course, Black Girl TT.
Thank you. She's playing our game there.
And
Thank you for
Lucy.
joining.
Pornima.
Mm-hmm.
God's Mark.
Yes. Thank you
Allison.
so much.
Cassandra. Fade. Vanessa. Novelet.
Mhm. Thank you,
Dejanay.
guys. Dijane, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Ines. Kamala. And Sabrina was here. How did we miss Sabrina?
Sabrina.
Here. I'm sure
Ah,
she's
thank you
here.
so much, Sabrina, for joining us. I don't know why I missed you. We were caught up in the discussion. Thank you. And Sabrina was on last night sharing her experience. What's it like teaching in a charter school? So if you missed that one, check it out on my channel, guys, and watch that live from last night.
And somebody just joined, Jeff. Welcome, Jeff.
I'm going back down real fast.
So as you come in, guys, remember to give the video a thumbs up. And we thank you so much for joining. And remember, as we said before, even after the live has ended, you can still
Yes,
go ahead and drop your comments, and we'll be sure to
yes.
answer you.
Yes, we will definitely respond, as soon as we can. And you can also find us on Facebook and also on Instagram. Georgia, you're more on Instagram than me. I,
Mhm.
I dabble a little in Instagram, but you can definitely find me on Facebook. Terina Young Davis. You can definitely find me on Facebook,
Mhm.
but not
Uh,
not so on Instagram.
Jeff is saying, I have started my application process with several agencies. I have administrative and teaching experience. What are the next steps? So, Jeff, your next step or the job you'll apply for depends on which of the areas you have the bachelor's of education in. So, if it is that you have the bachelor's of education, then you apply for a teaching position in
Mhm.
whatever field you are qualified for or in. And then if
Mhm.
it's administrative position, then of course you have to have the certification in that.
Yes, and
All right.
experience as well.
And experience. Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are looking for always looking for the experience to match that as well. So we wish you all the best, Jeff, and please let us know if you know how your application process progresses. Please let
Right.
us. All right. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Bachelor's in Elementary, Masters in
All
Administration.
right. So you can go ahead and apply for both
Either
positions.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, either position. And if you get through as an homeroom teacher, you can move up because you already have the master's
Right.
in administration. All right. You're welcome. And please watch our videos, keep in touch with us. And if you have any
Mm-hmm.
questions, you can just drop us a comment and we will definitely respond. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this our live. Thank you so much, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a pleasure
Pleasure.
chatting with you, darling. Always a
Oh,
pleasure.
sure.
Always a pleasure. All right. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone. God bless you
Bye.
all.
Bless you all. Good night, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you're watching from.
Wherever you are. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
We'll see you in another video.